What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Or you gonna run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to start. I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yala Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Get me up in my DMs, and I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Oh, hey everyone. Hey. What is going on? What is up? What's going on, y'all? I forgot to do something. And here we go. So let me tell the people on the gram that we is live. Hold on. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me tell the members only chat. All right. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? What's up? What up? It's me, L3027, and yes, we are back for yet another Run Your Mouth. Run your goddamn mouth. So, we got some things to talk about today, y'all. Listen, I'm about to get my hellos and pleasantries out of the way, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. Today's dossier is purposely real light and real short because we got some heavy topics to talk about today. We got to really do some heavy lifting, some real groundwork, some real, you know, some real. We got some things to talk about. We got some things to talk about. Mm. So I made sure. Oh, my nose feel like it's doing a lot. Oh, oh, oh. Mm. Anyway, we got some things to talk about, some things to do, some things to unpack. A lot of unpacking today. So y'all just sit tight, please. I encourage you. I really, really, really encourage you. Share this video out, please. Today we're going to talk about some topics. I really want you to join in on the conversation. Okay, please feel free to join in on the conversation. If you are a member, I did drop the link in the members only chat for those members who really want to, who would like to come up and add to the conversation. You can go to the members only chat and get the link from there. Those conversations, we have three heavy subjects. And then hey, Fran J, you've been a member. I thought you were already a member, Fran J. Anyway, well, thank you. If you were already a member, thank you for re-upping. If you weren't, thank you for joining the membership. Glad to have you. Because I believe you're already in the members only chat, Fran J. Oh, you had to update your car. Okay, no problem. Hey MVN, let me take attendance and while y'all doing y'all bell ringer, hit the like button, share this video out. Hey Tracy C, Billy John 86, Volvo, hey Cookie, Nessa, what's going on, Nessa? Brittany Janae, Symmetry, what's good, my love? What's going on, Xavier? What's going on? Quintessential, that is my boo right there. Y'all want to know who's my boo? That is my boo, Quintessential. Y'all know I loves me some Quintessential. Shout out to the Deuce Clubs out there, Deuce Clubs. Quintessential, my little cousin coming off line on the 13th, so I'm going to his probate. He coming offline for Kappa, and he's a Deuce Club, so you know I'm gonna be there in the house celebrating my little cousin who's coming offline. Um, what's good, Montrez? What's good, bruh? Thank you for sharing, Quintessential. Hey, friend Jay. Hey, just simply, what's going on? How art thou? That's right. Hit the thumbs up. Hey, Spicy Original. Hey, MVN. CK, Emily, how are you? SJ, what is good with you? How are you, sweetheart? Dear one, Cross Country Cruiser, what's going on, my love? I'm glad that you are doing better. Yeah, thank you so much, Nessa. Listen, I'm trying to say I got two things I'm saving money up for. Saving money up for this Vegas trip this weekend. Hopefully, I can win some money on this Vegas LA trip this weekend. And then I got to save money to buy all of this stuff I got to buy for my cousin for his probate. So, yes. And Cross Country Cruiser just gifted some memberships. Let me read those off. Hey, Grabby. Hey, Gab. I said Grabby, Lord. Hey, Gabby, what's going on, boo? Hey, Tracy W. Everybody who's coming in. I'm still recovering from yesterday. I did my good cooking. Okay, girl. See, and you ain't even bring me no plate, Tracy. Tracy, let us know in the chat what you cooked yesterday. Because see, the way I'm set up, I need to live vicariously through your cooking, and I just need to know what is what. So yeah, we're gonna be living vicariously through you, and yeah, gonna do it that way. So let me go ahead and see and read off who see who was gifted memberships. Let's see. Volvo was gifted a membership. Stephanie was gifted a membership. V Carter was gifted a membership. Jay and New Jones. Y'all hold on 1 second for me, please. Sorry about that, y'all. That was a business call. Had to take that one. So, shout out to the people who just got gifted memberships. Shout out to Cross Country Cruiser for gifting people with some memberships. If you were gifted with a membership, make sure that you hit me up with a DM on Instagram so that you can be added to the members only chat, be added to the insanity. The members only chat is where it at. If you're not a member, listen, I implore you and encourage you to become a member so that you too can come over to the members only chat and see what all of the fuss is about. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm better today than last night. Gaslight child, we gonna get there just simply. We gonna get there. We sure gonna get there. Mm. You make homemade ice cream? Jesus, I'm trying to think. Have I ever had homemade ice cream? Lord, that sounds good. Hey, Marla Morris, how are you, boo? Let's get down to it. Let's go ahead. Let's delve into the dossier. Let's delve into the dossier. Also, for those people who may want to, let me put this at the bottom, ways for you to contribute to the platform. There you go. Down at the bottom, ways to contact me and ways to contribute to the platform, scrolling at the bottom. So, first couple of stories we have are a little solemn. We start off today learning that 35-year-old Vonte Davis, hey, Cams, former NFL player, um, was found dead. Was found dead. He's actually the younger brother of Vernon Davis. Um, to give context for some people who may not be familiar with football, may not be sports fanatics. If you remember the episode when they were in of Housewives of Potomac, when they were in Dominican Republic and Karen was talking about getting a trainer and they were saying Vernon, that is Vernon Davis, former NFL player Vernon Davis, who she said she wanted to be her trainer. Well, this is his younger brother, Vonte Davis. Um, they found him today. They found him today. It was confirmed that he he's not with us any longer. They are saying that right now investigations are still forthcoming, but right now they say they don't see any signs of foul play or anything of that nature. I'm sure there'll be an autopsy and other a full formal investigations, but his body was found at his grandmother's home, which was in Broward County, Florida, up in the Southwest Ranches area of Broward County, Florida. For those people who are from South Florida, like I am, from Miami or the South Florida area, like I am, but they his body was discovered in the South Ranches at the home in South Ranches today, and police have verified that it is him. He was a two-time Pro Bowler, great defensive player for several teams. He played for the Miami Dolphins. He played for the Indianapolis Colts. He was a cornerback. Great player. Hey, Janae. But yeah, hey V Carter. Hey everybody coming in. But they found him. They found him dead at his grandmother's home in Southwest Ranches. And that's in Broward County. Southwest Ranches is a nice area over in Broward County. So yeah, we are definitely I can't even begin to imagine what his brother Vernon may be going through right now. His brother was very, very close. He and his brother were very close. And those of you who know Vernon can be emotional. Vernon Davis, if you know his career, Vernon Davis emotes a lot and can be emotional at times. So I can't even imagine what it must feel like for him to find that out today, that his brother had passed, and it was his younger brother. So I definitely our condolences, thoughts and prayers with his family, friends, and loved ones as they all start to find out about his passing. Like I said, right now they're saying that there are no signs of foul play, but there's still an investigation going on. There's still an active investigation with it, and certainly there will be an autopsy surrounding this. People will start to point to CTE and different other things, and we just don't know at this point. So I don't want to try to speculate and things like that. So we'll let those people in those positions in the medical forensics community do their job, and then we'll go from there. But definitely right now our thoughts and prayers should be with the family and loved ones of Vonte Davis, 35 years old. May he rest in peace. Also, in just some somber news, yesterday, Lauren London commemorated the 5th anniversary of the passing of Nipsey Hussle. Yesterday, I believe yesterday was the 5th anniversary. Yesterday, I believe, made 5 years. And so she had a touching Instagram post and where she celebrated him and his life. So we're certainly still praying for her and his family as they continue to commemorate him. Very touching tribute that she had as she was commemorating his life. May he continue to rest in peace as they are celebrating 5 years. I shouldn't say celebrating, but commemorating 5 years since his passing in Los Angeles. So, yeah. Hey, Tracy C. So, let's see if we can lighten it up. Let's see what I got next. In other news, so sometimes everything that glitters ain't gold. And there was a time where these two, that is for those people who don't know, that is Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo, who were the two members of the group Nerds, NERD. And they are the Neptunes, as we like to call them. And they had several hits for many, many, many artists. Several number one hits in their collection. The Neptunes had for several artists. In the early 2000s, you couldn't get away. You could not turn on the radio without listening to a song that was written by the Neptunes. Well, apparently, not only are they split up as a group, but now they are in legal battles over the name rights, the Neptunes. Now Chad Hugo is claiming that Pharrell is trying to monopolize the name of the musical duo, and he's not happy with that. Let me read this real fast. Pharrell Williams and producer Chad Hugo, who together formed the prolific songwriting duo the Neptunes, are now battling each other in a legal dispute over the group's name after Hugo accused Williams of fraudulently seeking sole control of the trademarks. Before Williams was a solo star, the Neptunes had a slew of radio hits in the early 2000s, including Nelly's Hot in Here, Snoop's Drop It Like It's Hot, Gwen Stefani's Holla Back Girl, and Justin Timberlake's Rock Your Body. The legendary duo, who have been friends since childhood, were inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2022. But in a legal action filed last week at a federal tribunal, attorneys for Hugo accused Pharrell and his company of attempting to unilaterally register trademarks for the Neptunes name, a move they say violates their long-standing agreement that saw the pair split everything equally. Um, According to Hugo's attorney, quote, throughout their over 30-year history, Hugo and Williams agreed to and in fact have divided all assets. By ignoring and excluding Hugo from the from any and all applications filed by applicant for the mark, the Neptunes applicant has committed fraud in securing the trademarks and acted in bad faith. End of quote. In a statement to Billboard on Monday, a rep for Pharrell said there had been no ill intent behind the disputed trademark filings. Quote, Pharrell is surprised by this. We have reached out on multiple occasions to share in the ownership and administration of the trademark and will continue to make that effort. The goal here to make sure a third party doesn't get a hold of the trademark and to guarantee Chad and Pharrell share in ownership and administration. End of quote. I don't believe that. In his own statement to Billboard, Chad Hugo's attorney disputed Pharrell's characterization of the situation, stating, quote, if Pharrell's intent was to include Chad in the filing, he should have registered it in the name of their jointly owned company, Neptunes LLC, and not in his own name. This was a land grab in a long simmering dispute that has yet to be resolved. End of quote. At issue in the dispute are three separate applications to register the Neptunes as a trademark, one covering the use of the name on streaming music, another for music videos and other content, and a third covering live performances. They were filed in 2022 by PWIP Holdings LLC, Pharrell's company that also owns such registrations for his band NERD, his Miami-based Good Time Hotel, and numerous other brand names connected to the superstar. In his filing last week, Hugo's attorneys argued that Pharrell had knowingly and intentionally filed those applications without required input from Hugo, even though he was fully aware that either Hugo or their partnership entity should have been listed as co-owner. Quote, nothing either written or oral provided Williams or PWIP Holdings with the unilateral authority to register the trademarks. End of quote. Baby, this is getting ugly. I don't even need to go no further. Listen, let me tell you something. Pharrell, you're not fooling nobody. The man caught you. Got caught. You got caught with your hands in the cookie jar. The man caught you. Now let's be clear. You wanted the rights to the Neptunes on streaming. Let me go back and read this because that's the big thing. Look at the three things that he tried to trademark, right? He wanted to register the Neptunes as a trademark covering the use of the name in streaming music, for music videos and other content, and then for live performances. What else is there? You was trying to get all of the money. You got caught with your hand in the cookie jar and tried to ice that man out and leave him out. Bruh. Hey, kiss my cheeks. What's going on, boo? Bruh, we see you. He caught you. You got caught. And then you gonna come out with this representative. Oh no, we never tried to do that. And bruh clocked you. Bruh. Then why is in your name only? Why is in the name of your company and not both of us? Bruh. He tried to write. He tried it, Gabby. Spicy Original. He tried it. He wasn't sneaky enough, Spicy Original. Listen. Bruh, your hands got caught in the cookie jar. He said, fuck you and fuck your life. You ain't getting away with this. No, we're not doing that. We're not playing this game. We're not playing. Because think about it. If he gets streaming music, if he gets live performances, if he gets music videos and other things, then what would Chad Hugo get? He would get nothing. Child. Child, child. For real, you cute and all, but you ain't cute enough to steal all my money. Sorry, boo. We're not doing that. Nope. No means no, and yes means no. We're not doing that. SJ, he thought he was gonna get away with it, sir. You got caught with your hands in the cookie jar. I'm sorry, and you got slapped, child. But see, this is the thing. A lot of times you have these. They knew each other since childhood. Money and times changed people. They done known each other since they was in the band together. One played clarinet, one played percussion, and they was in the band together. And they've been friends for years and years and years. Listen, money, and we ain't talking about no little bit of money. The Neptunes is worth millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. We ain't talking about no little bit of money. We talking about money, money. So much money. Pharrell owns a hotel in Miami. I'm just telling you what it is. He owns a whole hotel. I'm just saying. Money and time changes people. Y'all thought y'all was gonna be friends forever. Nah, that's my dog. We've been friends since we was, in school. Bruh. Bruh. I met Pharrell. I told y'all the story. I met Pharrell before. Sat down, had a whole conversation with the man for a whole 45 minutes. Didn't even know who he was. And then he told me who he was, and I think I almost crapped my pants. Anyway, but I told y'all that story before. If you weren't here back then, I might tell it again during a members only live. But yeah, cool is the other side of the pillow. Let's be clear. But for real, you got caught, bro. You got caught. No, I think I'm a park ranger. You know what? This is why we can't have nice things. Abby is the reason why we can't have nice things. Anyway, I hope you get your money, Chad Hugo. I really hope you do. We'll be rooting for you. All right. So if y'all remember, we talked about this. I believe like last week, I think it was that Kobe Bryant's father was gonna put the ring on auction. Remember I talked about that, and y'all said I was wrong for saying that it was his to sell, and we don't give a damn about Vanessa Bryant. Well, Daddy went and sold it and made almost $1 million. His daddy sold it. You know how much the ring made? $927,200 in an auction. Let me say that again. $927,200. Breaking the record for the sale of an NBA title ring. The previous record was held by when Bill Russell's first ring from 1957 was sold for $705,000 in 2021. Once again, $927,200. I ain't mad at it. I feel like it could have went for more than that. Listen, and for all y'all over there talking about, oh, no, he should keep it. Baby, get your money. Get your money. I said from the beginning, Vanessa ain't breaking you off now. Remember, Vanessa didn't even want Kobe to go over there and talk to his mama or daddy. Vanessa had a strained relationship with Kobe Bryant's parents. She didn't even want Kobe going over there to talk to the mom and the daddy at all. She didn't want him going over there at all. Please be clear. They don't have no ties to Vanessa. And please be clear also, Vanessa ain't giving them no money. Vanessa ain't giving them no money. Them people are in a retirement ages. Baby, they trying to go on, and sail into the sunset before they going on to glory. Baby, take your $927,200 and live your life out. I ain't mad at it. Because first of all, they're beyond the age where they can say, well, I'm finna go back and start working again. Baby, them people old. Secondly, their son is gone. gone. So now it's left up to Vanessa to get him the money. Vanessa ain't giving him no money. Child. Kobe parents weren't trash. Now let the people tell you Vanessa was trash. Now the one who was trash, they say is Vanessa. They child. If you go listen to the stories of the insiders, they say it was that Vanessa was a whole battle axe, but that's a whole story. But they say a lot of people said the only reason that Kobe and Vanessa are still together is firstly because of those girls, his daughters, and secondly, a large part of it had to do with that situation over in Las Vegas. It was a whole it's cheaper to keep a situation. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just telling you what I know. Like Vanessa was not the one. Xavier, I hear what you're saying, but Vanessa ain't the one for you to that she ain't the hill you want to die on. She ain't the one. It's some other NBA wives that you might could put in that story. Not Vanessa. Nah. A lot of parents depend on their children to make ends meet, especially when their children are professional athletes. That is the norm. Xavier, I don't know why you acting like this is a new phenomenon or like that makes it. That's very very well known. Most parents of athletes have the expectation that their children will do right by them, and take care of them, and make sure they their parents are good. That's that is so it would be not normal for that not to be the case, Xavier. Just saying. But let's be clear, the people will tell you Vanessa Bryant was trash. Now we cried with her, we comforted her, we hugged her, we let her lay her head on our shoulder and cry baby when he passed away, unfortunately, suddenly. But before he died, child, you let the people tell you. They say the woman was trash. I'm just saying. Like Xavier, it is. I'm telling, and that's not even just black athletes. That's black and white athletes. There is the expectation that that child certainly is going to reach back and take care of their mom and their daddy. That is expected. I think it was trash for you to tell this man not to go and see his mom. He went years at times without speaking to or even seeing his parents because of her. I'm telling you, Xavier, it was a whole situation over there. It was a whole situation with Vanessa. But shout out to shout out to Kobe's dad, who made almost a cool million off this good ring. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. No, Xavier, it wasn't the parents. If you talk to NBA circles, people close to the situation in LA, the woman was trash. Anyway, I'm happy the man got the parents got money. I'm glad that the parents got money because I mean the parents are retired. They ain't got no other means to make money. Well, I can't say they don't have no other means to make money, but go ahead, get your money. Get your money. Okay. Xavier, you got revisionist history because you're too young and you're looking at the Kobe post the Vegas situation. And that was strategic why he always in public spoke that way about her. If the insiders can tell you the real story, he had to be smart and strategic about what he was going to do and say about her post that Vegas situation. Anyway, let's get back. Let's get to some of our features presentations of the day. Let's start here. Let's start right here. Let's just go ahead and start here. This ain't even the most intense situation, but we got some things to talk about here. We got some things to talk about. Those people in the members only chat that would like to come up, I posted the link in the members only chat. You have it. You can go ahead and use that. Excuse me, and you can come up now if you so choose to. But let's be clear. I told y'all last week, not last week, God, last year when we talked about the reunion last year, and there was that fake ass discussion about colorism. that bullshit that they carted out there on our television screens, portraying as if it were a true and real discussion of colorism, that wasn't shit. Huh. Excuse me. Now, I watched part one last night. Excuse me, y'all. That went down the wrong pipe. And no, it went down. When I drank, went down the wrong pipe, y'all. I'm over here choking. Mm. Went down the trachea instead of the esophagus. God. So listen. Giselle Bryant is vile trash. The woman is fucking vile. That's the nicest way I can put it. And that is me censoring myself. That is me dialing it back and not dog walking her right now the way that she should be dog walked. Now, the first thing that I'm going to call out is, so we know Candace for who Candace is. I'm not a Candace apologist. I am not team Candace. I ain't team none of these hoes because all of them bitches are trash from top to bottom, in and out, backwards, forward, beginning to end. All of these hoes are trash. Okay. All of them are garbage. Garbage. Okay. All of them. However, we know who Candace is. She is, right? She's vile. Just fucking vile. We know who and what Candace is, okay? We know Candace is emotional. You know, if the wind blow too hard, this whore gonna sit over here, break out her triangulated napkins and start to crying. So they started talking about something. Somebody in the chat remind me what they was talking about when Candace started crying. Baby, Miss Cohen pulled out some tissue, a balled up piece of tissue, handed it to Candace. I promise you, by the time Candace put that thing to his face, it was in a perfect triangle, perfectly symmetrical triangle. Did y'all see that? Did anybody else notice that? The man handed her a balled up piece of tissue. By the time by the time that woman put it to her face, magically, I swear it was magic. Magically, that tissue was in a perfectly symmetrical triangle. I don't even know how she did it that fast. Girl, I was over here crying. That's the first thing that had me crying laughing. Girl. Now, here's my situation there. So she starts crying. And what does Giselle do? Giselle says, tears, tears. You know, as if she's mocking Candace crying. My point is this. While I have zero sympathy for Candace, when your bitch ass Giselle next part of the reunion starts talking about your daddy, don't look for no sympathy. Don't look when your ass starts crying and we say fuck you and your tears about your raggedy ass daddy, because your daddy got to be raggedy if he produced a vile, decrepit, and wretched ass whore bitch like you. So we glad he going, because if he produced the likes of you, you raggedy ass whore bitch, we are glad he's gone and no longer able to add to the gene pool. because you're gonna be looking for sympathy from everybody when you start talking about your daddy, and you're gonna start to crying. And when we be over here looking at you like, bitch, we don't care, we're gonna keep it have to keep the same energy. I just want y'all Giselle fans to keep the same goddamn energy. Hey Nikki, what's going on? Keep the same energy. Cause this for all of y'all that think it ain't no Giselle fans, oh, it's a lot of Giselle fans out there. A lot of Giselle fans. Now I don't get listen. I ain't here for nobody's crying. I don't want to see nobody's tears. Okay, that's what I'm saying. We're not here for tears. But Giselle, if you on this goddamn stage and you're mocking one person's tears, please understand that same energy can be applied to you because we have chronicled every single reunion. Something traumatic happens to Giselle. She has a medical episode. Something happens with one of her family members. Now her dad died. She got her uterus snatched up out of her. She had every single reunion. Something conveniently happens to Giselle so she can get the sympathy card and she can look like this, demure woman who we should all, feel sorry for and no, this is not the time. This is not the time to call Giselle to the carpet on her fuck shit and fuckery. She's been allowed the entire season, month after week after week, month after month, to rain tyranny down on everybody with reckless fucking abandon. And now this bitch is gonna be looking for us to feel sorry for her. I don't have no understanding for the bitch. None. None at all. Yes, Tracy. Yes.
And y'all better not bring Sharice so big face ass up here because I can't stand her. Absolutely not. Y'all better leave Timbe in a wig at home. Giselle need backup. Let her do it her damn self. Absolutely not. Just because Rob ain't got no job no more. Can't stand her. Now that I've made that clear, because I had to, get that out real quick, real fast. Um, Candace started crying because Andy asked her, "What do you need from Robin to move forward?" What the fuck are you crying for? What part of that question should then start the tears? I don't understand. What part of that? What part of that question
First of all,
requires the amount of
Sharice isn't
emotion?
even on the goddamn reunion. We ain't even seen Sharice. The woman ain't got no parts of this going on. And you jumped on here coming on that woman's you just jumped down that woman's throat. You hear me? You was on her neck.
And I'm going to stay on her neck because I'm going to tell y'all right now. Let me tell you how I know Timbe going to have her big ass up here next season. Let me tell you how I know. Oh my gosh, you've been talking about Karen and her drinking for all these years. Oh, she finally has a reason to be here. Oh, I can tell you right now, she's going to use every chance she can get. Like your ass shouldn't be sitting at the AA meeting with her. If you don't get your ass out my face, how dare you, the neighborhood drunk, call another drunk out? If y'all don't go sit at that AA meeting together and get up
Wait,
out my face,
we gotta focus. She's not here. We need to focus. So here's my thing. That was my minor issue with Giselle. The fact that when her raggedy ass bring up her stinking ass daddy who's dead right now and can't produce any more of her kind, don't look for anybody to have sympathy when you start crying. Because when you start crying, we're gonna say tears, tears, and start mocking you.
I mean, does
Here's my
Giselle
problem.
really cry? I don't think her tear ducts work. That house ain't got no. She ain't got
I
no
hope
emotion.
not. Here's
What do
my
you
problem
mean?
with Giselle. My problem last night that reeked of the colorism on this show and the fucking gaslighting on this show was when they had that conversation between Giselle and Candace. And everybody was dogging Candace. They said, no, you need to be called to the carpet. You need to apologize for this. What if they made Candace do all of this stuff and make these apologies. And she said, well, what about Giselle said this? And Giselle said, well, I never said he forced me to. And everybody was like, yes, you did. And then they showed her, yes, bitch, you did say he forced you to. And then they looked at her. Mama did not say a mumbling word, did not walk it back, did not say, oh, I was wrong. And everybody immediately jumped back to Candace, saying, Candace, you need to understand, and you need to apologize for your parts of it. But once again, there's no accountability from this raggedy ass piece of shit ass Giselle. Once
Absolutely.
again, nobody is telling this bitch, hey, bitch, you're wrong. You need to apologize. You need to walk that back. You were proven right there on screen that everything you said you didn't say, you literally the fuck said it. And not a single person over there said, are you going to apologize? The woman ain't say nothing, but everybody pounced right back on Candace, making sure that Candace, you know, gussied up an apology for Giselle. Oh my God, because we gotta apologize to this raggedy bitch. I'm just trying to
Let me.
understand why this is
No,
this way.
I'm listen. So let's hit both topics. So one, I still need to understand what Candace crying about that question for. Because explain to me what part of that question
Well, I have no
required
idea why she's
tears.
crying. I don't think
Oh, okay.
anybody should cry. Well, I have no idea. I'm
About
not here
that,
for nobody
I was
crying.
like, I
But
was
what
like,
I'm
listen,
saying is,
it would be one thing if it was, something happened, whatever that required tears. Fine, maybe, whatever. But girl, they asked, what could y'all do to move forward? And you start the fake theatrical waterworks. My problem is, very simply, you sat up there and you didn't air Giselle and Robin for filth, especially knowing you was
right.
leaving. You should have dragged them
I've
heifers
always hated the way
by they
Candace,
terrible wigs. Candace got all that mouth, but it's awful funny that you
she
pick and
always
choose
starts
when
crying and try to be
you.
nice to these people. And I've always hated that. To me, if them bitches are coming at your throat, they ain't the time to be crying, and you never let them see you cry. You go and you wear their ass out. And if you want to cry, you better step your ass in the bathroom. You better wait till you get home. You better do it somewhere else. But never in the face of these people who are coming at your neck and throat. They don't give a shit. And clearly they don't, because she's mocking your tears. And then to add insult to injury, all of your other castmates fall in line and support her while castigating you. So I don't blame her for leaving.
Listen, but here's the part I don't understand. Candace had always said she had a 5-year plan to be on reality TV. So it's not like we all shocked or didn't know she was leaving. She made that very clear. What her second season on, that she was only going to do reality TV for 5 years, and she was going to do the reality TV thing right. So no one should be surprised that she's leaving. So my part is, if you signed a 5-year contract and you knew you was leaving, why did you not air them heifers out? I
Listen,
mean, skull drag them. I mean,
I don't
drag
know what's
Giselle by
gonna
her
happen for the
entire
rest of this
wig.
reunion, but all I know is, Candace, you should have saved those tears and worked them hoes. It's no, because then Robin saying that she doesn't want anybody to talk about her man and her relationship. And in the next breath, you're mentioning someone's husband's lip, alleged lip penis. Come on
Well,
now.
I'm just asking, did Juan give his penis to the girl in Canada? I mean, that would have been my follow up question because, okay, fine. The lady lied on the internet about my husband's lip penis, but the girl in Canada was accurate about you and your husband's penis. I'm just trying to understand because,
Because we got
again, I'm
real
not
receipts. No, there are real receipts
understanding.
with your husband's signature on it for these women. That's what I'm saying. But
No,
what
the,
the only
no.
one who called Robin ass and who worked Robin ass was fucking Karen. And y'all know I don't even like Karen, but I love the fact that Karen held that bitch feet to the fire and said, bitch, nah, bitch, I ain't gonna get my foot off your neck. I'm gonna keep my foot on your goddamn neck, Robin. I was here for it. I was here for
So
all parts of it.
so when people are like, "Oh, I was like, I have absolutely zero sympathy for Candace because you've known how these heifers have been for years, and this was your opportunity to skull drag them. I mean, drag Robin by her balls. I mean, untuck her and drag her through with them pants on by her balls. You should have let her have it. How dare you? Oh, wait,
And see, the
Giselle,
thing about
who's
it
been
is,
needing to get dragged. Why not now? Why is this? Because Candace, as much as she says, oh my gosh, they just wanted to be friends with Giselle. So do you. You just wanted to be friends with Robin, which I never understood. This whole like, oh my gosh, me and Robin were such good friends. When you ain't got one friend on this cast, let's be clear. You and Wendy are friends of convenience, not true friends. I don't
but
like the Green Eye
here's the
Bandits, but
thing.
at least they actually friends. You ain't got no friend nowhere in America up here, girl.
But
You should
here's
have
the thing.
dragged
Here's
all
the
of them
thing.
coworkers.
We've chronicled why Candace has a hard on to try to be friends with Robin because Mother Dorothy doesn't live in the DMV.
Okay,
And
so
no, but
is
here's
the
the
Deltas
thing.
one of the ones
It's the
that
Delta
will
situation.
take
Now, Mother
honoraries?
Dorothy is a Delta. Huh?
Do they do honoraries?
Yes,
Oh,
they do.
okay. Oh,
But
mm.
Mother Dorothy doesn't live in the DMV, and she does live in the DMV. And even though Mother Dorothy can sign for her, you always need more than one signature. And if Robin is active in one of those chapters in the DMV, Robin's gonna go in this interview and meeting and skull drag her. We already chronicled on this channel how she went and she I forgot which chapter of Delta she applied for and she was denied. This was after season, I believe it was after season 5.
Listen,
I think it was after season 5 or 6. But
the
my
fact
point is
that they
this.
won't take you, but they took Robin, just lets you know
Well, no,
how
Robin
long the
pledged
totem pole
undergrad.
you are.
Robin pledged undergrad, and I
Even
met
worse.
Robin. I met Robin in undergrad. The Robin that you see now is not the Robin that I met at University of Maryland back in undergrad. That's not. This is a totally. I literally met this woman. Totally different person. Totally different person.
Oh, so
Now,
is it losing all the
I mean,
money
it's like
that
night and
changed
day.
her?
It's like she had a lobotomy and they transplanted a whole different person.
Was it losing the millions that maybe changed her?
I don't know. I don't
Because
know. I
I'm
can't
not
explain it.
understanding.
But here's the deal with Candace. If I were Candace, even before I told them I was going to exit, I would have called out Miss Cohen and Bravo and showed them how I am needed. You know what I would have did? I would have said, let me show y'all my gangster because I purposely didn't engage with that bitch this season because I didn't want her to have any fodder to go back and forth with me on. I didn't even acknowledge that bitch. I didn't engage with her. And you know what happened to the ratings? The ratings went down. They tried to ice me out and not have me on this platform, and your ratings plummeted. So I'm telling you now, if it ain't me, you're gonna need somebody to be adversarial to this vile ass bitch. Because if not, this platform will continue to suffer. I would have said that shit, dropped the mic, walked off, and said, "Eat my ass. I'm out of this bitch," and chucked up the deuces.
Look, again, still wasn't good enough. She should have went over there and monkey stumped Giselle. I'm sorry.
She wasn't gonna do
I'm
that.
still not. Listen, she should have read her for every bit of filth that heifer is.
Hey,
I'm
Vonte
still not
Vibe TV.
understanding the way this is just absolutely ridiculous to me, and the fact that everybody want to act like, oh well, this heifer knew she was leaving. I've never known that I was quitting a job, and I didn't walk out there and make sure everybody knew how I felt on my way out the door. You,
But
what is wrong with you?
here's the thing. Wendy, Xavier, you say Wendy might go against Giselle. But Wendy's not gonna go to the basement with Giselle. You have to go, you know, surface, the to the depths of hell with Giselle. Wendy's gonna go try to do the professional, intellectual read. We need a bitch that's just gonna go gutter on this whore and drag that bitch verbally and monkey stomp that whore, skull drag her ass.
I told y'all. Listen, which is what Candace should have did on
And
her way out
there's
the
not a
door.
person, there's no one on this show that will do it. That will, which is a problem because I'm telling you, I'm so sick of it's the same script every season. Every season, there's going to be some mythical thing that came up that supposedly we need to have sympathy for Giselle with. Every season, they're gonna call anybody who came against Giselle to the carpet and make them apologize. And every season, Giselle's gonna sit there, not have to take accountability, not have to apologize. None of the people. We're gonna act like there isn't some colorism involved. We're gonna act like the colorism isn't involved when y'all let Karen dog walk, monkey stump Robin with reckless abandon, and she should, and nobody bats an eye or blinks. But if Candace goes off, and even the times when Wendy went off on Mia, there was a whole thing to do. Oh my God, this is a big thing. But these other whores can do it, and not a mumbling word is said. I'm just telling you what I know and what I see.
Well, I mean, Karen has been getting, skull dragged by her bad wigs from them since like season 2. Um, every time we turn around. So it's not
No,
like
and
there
I'm
hasn't been
not
years
saying that
of them.
Robin does not deserve
Oh,
to
Robin
be
deserves all.
drugged. She
Oh,
deserves
Robin
all
deserves
of
all.
it. And what I'm saying is they never keep the same energy here. It's so apparent to what's going on here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And all of this stuff about you know I don't think that Candace wants to you
I wish
know
Katie was
break
in her right mental
relationships
health.
because of the Green Eyed Bandit. What the fuck does Giselle and Robin have to offer anyone?
Look, I'm sorry. What relationships does Candace
They
have
don't
with
have any
Bravo outside
relationships
of this show?
that right. They don't have anything to offer. They're not the it girls that everybody wants to be around them, except for stupid ass people who get on this show that try to
Yeah,
be
like
around them.
Sharice.
But in the industry, these bitches ain't. Oh, we're clamoring to have Giselle. We see Giselle and Robin at every single industry event. Hell no, these
Um,
bitches don't get invited nowhere.
sure don't. Because
You
who
don't
wants
see
to
them
deal
in,
with
you
them?
don't even see them in the black circles, much less the broader circles where you're talking about, white people, black people, and all kind of other people. So me monkey stumping these hoes ain't gonna do shit for my career. I might go up in the estimation of people out there.
Okay, fine. Y'all don't want. Y'all don't. Well, we know that Candace isn't going to like physically do anything to anyone because that ain't her life. That ain't her ministry. She could have verbally did it.
No,
So,
no, no. Candace is gonna do it only on the Twitter.
oh yeah,
That's it.
because she's that's
She'll do it on
how she
Twitter,
does her
but she
best.
won't have that energy. Now, she may have reason not to have that energy because she got her ass dog walked by Monique. So maybe she said Giselle is a big woman. Robin is a whole ass man with gonads. So I mean,
Very true.
she might not want to do that
I
face to face
mean,
for fear of getting drunk again. I'm just saying. But
yeah,
girl,
yeah. Rob do look like she bench pressed
like she looked
250.
like she might be over there checking Juan every now and again, fucking his ass up at the house.
Yeah, well that does look
Who
kind
doing
of
the
accurate.
bending? In the immortal words of Janet, who doing the bending over there?
Hmm. Listen,
Just saying.
I will say this. Um, I don't uh, I don't like NECA for my own personal reasons. Has nothing to do with her complexion. Has nothing to do with the way she looks
I
or
don't like
anything
her
like
on the
that.
show. She don't
I
add
just
nothing to the show. She don't serve a purpose here. We knew what this was about. This was them trying to replace Wendy, and it did not go over well. The fans didn't gravitate toward NECA. She gave us nothing. She added nothing. We don't believe her. We already have Wendy. What was the point in bringing her here? She's not even from Potomac, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people in that area that could have added a lot more to this show than NECA. Give us Kiana. Give us it was somebody um Robin's friend from
bring
a
back
couple seasons
Escalade.
ago. Ask
I
Alaska, yeah.
I liked Escalade. Bring her back.
Alaska,
Yes,
a
because I
scholar.
promise
Bring
you,
her.
Neckbone is not it. Sharice will never be it. So absolutely not. Me and NECA is when you seen what they were trying to use you for, and you just allowed Ashley and Robin and Giselle to use you the very first, I was like, I know you lying. I know you ain't letting Ashley freaking Darby pull you into this. Oh,
First of
lost
all,
our respect.
I've been
Lost
saying
our respect.
season after season after season. I don't know, Candace, why you every season, the person who drug you last season, the person who caused you grief last season, when the new season come, now you over here trying to play nice with these people. You can't play nice with people who don't play nicely. And that was my biggest problem with Candace. My problem with this show last night was it was the same thing as always. Y'all are, I don't even blame Giselle at this point. I blame Miss Cohen and the entirety of the Bravo production team for gaslighting us with this continued fuck shit and fuckery
N-
on
Now I have
display.
now I have a question. I do have a question. Um, do you think Mia and G have been plotting on us since last season to like, really, really get them a good solid Bravo contract? Because I can't believe
I think
half of
what
the things
happened
that are happening.
was I could see them going into something like that, but somewhere in the interim for Gordon Gartrell, this shit got real and serious. And he looked at himself and said, "What the fuck am I doing?" And she got serious about, "Yeah, bitch, I'm gone. For real, for real." And he was like, "Oh, really? And you telling me this might not be my time?" And I think both of them, it's like you ever see when kids start play hitting, and at some point somebody hits somebody too hard and they get for real and they really fighting, and you think, oh, they must be still playing, but no, they really fighting for real. I
Hmm.
think some of this started kind of like a storyline situation, and shit started to get real. And after that, it got real for both of them, and that's how it was. Hey, two geeks and a nerd production. It's just a mess.
Listen, because I'm just trying to understand how the son's paternity is now in question when the beginning of the season y'all told us y'all did IVF for your two kids. I'm not understanding. Did you do IVF with both men? I'm just I got because I thought IVF was you
You
take a
take the
we take an
sperm
egg,
samples
we take the
from one
sperm.
man. So was you secretly taking sperm samples from this other man?
Exactly. This is my question. So were you doing IVF with two men? Like I'm just trying to understand because
I told y'all from season what was that, season 6, when she came on the show. I never believed any parts of Mia. I don't believe any parts of anything she says. Everything she says is fake and fraudulent. But I do think when we got to the end of the season, it was storyline, and then shit hit home, and shit, people started to get embarrassed, and shit started getting real. And so the storyline got dissolved, and it was really real at one point.
look, I mean, you know what? Maybe she got pregnant naturally while she was doing IVF with Gordon. Maybe that was it. Because something has to give. Because y'all literally sat here and I understand Mia lie. I understand Mia been lying since the day she stepped on our screen and couldn't tell us how old she was. I know she a liar. I really do. But I feel like it is so wrong to play with your child's paternity on national TV. Like I feel like that is
That child is going to
beyond
grow up
low.
and have to see this. They got to go to school. Trust me, their classmates will know about this, and that
Mhm.
child is going to have to endure quite a bit of ridicule because of you and your fuckery.
So
Listen,
that,
I love y'all
that
Potomac whores, but I got my big story coming up. I got to tell these whores to go with God.
oh, okay. So just before I drop down, I just need to make sure I make this clear. Y'all better not bring Tim Bay the fucking wig up here to
Oh
drag
God.
Karen about her goddamn drinking.
Oh
I don't
dear
give a fuck
God.
what y'all say. This heifer, I'll bust that heifer with a champagne bottle because I know she drunk anyway and ain't gonna feel it. She gonna wake up just fine, just like a true alcoholic will. So absolutely not. Y'all can keep Tim Bay where she at the zoo, at Waffle House. That's Waffle House. She can work the grill at Waffle House, not the register, the grill. Send
God
her
of
back
mercy.
there. Absolutely
God
not.
of love. Listen, Potomac Horse, go with God. As we see around these parts, go with God. Go with God. Um, this is our next deep topic that needs unpacking. Anybody who want to come up at this point, I'm just gonna drop the link in the chat. Tracy, can you make sure you drop it at some point for me in the chat, please?
Yeah, it's the tidy whities for me.
Ciao.
I'm taken aback. I'm sorry. I
That's
haven't
the
seen.
cover for that is the cover for the reality show. That is the actual real picture screenshot of for the the marketing for his reality show. What do you want from me? Just telling you, this is what. So
The tidy whities with the extra sock in the front is the cover.
I
Holy
believe the man probably. I could see him actually, having a third leg. He probably do. He probably built like a tripod down there. I could see that. He's probably
I
built. I could really
I ain't
see him
seen
being built
nobody
like a
built with a.
tripod.
I ain't seen nobody built like a tripod with them drawers on.
I have. Oh, remember I put the man on the who Instagram account always get naked before he get dressed.
Yeah, but
He
it's
wear
a
tidy whities all the time,
yeah, but it's a
and
difference
it be
when you
hanging.
it's a difference when you do it on Instagram to try and get a view, and just this
Now,
because
if you
this
go to his
looks.
Twitter, you get the real view, but that's a whole different story.
You know what? Let me just l- let me drop down so I can go grab Twitter real quick. I'll be back.
Hey,
Bye.
Miss Birthday. Shout out to the members only chat because the people in the members only chat know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so don't worry, Tracy. I think Harold follows him. I know Harold follows his Instagram account. It's a bunch of us follow him. We'll start to flood the members only chat with his images from Twitter so y'all can get live. Um here's a conversation. So most of America attacked this. I did sit through the 31 plus minutes of this episode one of his reality show. And because somebody got to bear witness, somebody got to be able to view this stuff and unpack some parts of this. Because let's be clear, let me talk to those of us who are in the Rainbow Coalition compound. We're on the G corridor and we're on the black wing of the G corridor. Okay. So we're in the Rainbow Coalition compound. We're on the G corridor and we're on the black wing of the G corridor. Let me tell you what's going to happen here. Y'all know white America and how they look at this kind of stuff. I promise you, when award season comes out, I guarantee you he wins no less than 2 Emmys for this show. As horrible as it is, as much of a train wreck as it is, he's going to win at least 2 Emmys for this show. They've already started etching his name on those awards. This falls into that style of just bizarre weirdness that white people like. They like Jared Carmichael's. Let me blacken it up. They like Gerard Carmichael's. Gerard. We black over here. Now let me tell. If listen, they like this type of stuff. This is why they like Donald Glover. They like that weird ass type of shit. You want to know why? Because they know and they acknowledge that this shit is just weird and spaced out, and then they could try to um paint whole segments of the population with broad strokes of this level of weirdness. And so the problem that I have as a resident of the G corridor in the Rainbow Coalition compound and the black wing of that G corridor, this will be seen by white America as a representation of the black gay community. This weird ass shit. And so, and then I saw a lot of people in their analysis. Let me go to what most people attacked first, which was the whole Tyler the Creator situation and that conversation that he had with Tyler the Creator. Many people negated how we got to that point. Many people said, "Oh, he disrespected Gerard and he wasn't even serious about it." If you go back and look, the man was very serious. Don't look at the snippets that you see on Instagram or TikTok. Watch the episode and look at the full interaction for that entire episode. During the episode, go back, and if you only seen the clips from TikTok or Instagram or Twitter, it doesn't do it just the justice that it's needed. Go and watch the episode and watch the full interaction that they have. Tyler the Creator was very serious with him. There was a point where Tyler the Creator broke it down for him and said, "Hey, bruh, I know you said that." And he starts off by saying, "I really thought that you were joking." He said, "I really thought you were joking at one point, but then once I realized you were serious, I didn't know how to take that because that's not the nature of the relationship that we had." He told him, "We brothers, you family to me. What are you talking about? You like me like that?" So, and it's this. I talked about it in the members only chat that here's this young man suffering from this type of arrested development where you are in your mid-30s, sir. Are you talking about somebody who's your best friend who now you're saying that you want to have a relationship, like you like them, and you are acting as if you want to turn your best friend into your man? That's not how best friend relationships work, especially when y'all have been, in your estimation, best friends for some time. That's well established. What, in most cases, if you went to your best friend and said, "I like you, let's do," they're gonna look at you like, "What? What are you doing?" Then here's the other part. He both of you all, let's be clear, both of y'all like white men. Let's just be clear. Y'all want no parts of black people. And I think that more than you being in love with him, you love the relationship that y'all have. And so you were confused. You were confused in the whole, "Oh, we're best friends, so this can become a whole relationship type thing because our vibe and how we kick it," not understanding that y'all have a relationship and that's a relationship as best friends. But let's also talk about they like this weird issue because it's not a threat and doesn't oppose. Exactly, they like this weird shit because they can say, "Yeah, that's the blacks, they're all weird over there." So yeah, let the portrayal of them in entertainment further proliferate the notion that they're outside of the norm. This is just weird ass shit. And they look at it like it's some type of, oh my, like we're at the zoo looking at a weird animal. It can remove the humanity of these people when you just look at them as these weird caricatures. And here you are, falling for it. The other part about it is this. Gerard Carmichael, you are a comedic writer. That's what you gotten into. That was your claim to fame. You were a comedic writer. You do not do well with serious topics, flushed out, serious, um, 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 therapeutic. This is not your wheelhouse. The shit comes off inauthentic, and it comes off messy, almost like it comes off as something that you don't want to get next to or touch. Here's the other part. Because people make this about Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator told him point blank, "Hey, bruh, we're best friends. I don't want no that kind of relationship with you like that." And since you brought this shit on the television, and now that you don't brought, because first of all, this is not a conversation that you have with your best friend in front of television that you're gonna show to millions of people. But I would have did just like Tyler. Oh, bitch, you bringing me on television for this fuck shit instead of having a real serious conversation about this? Well, let me show my whole ass. I don't blame him. If you want to bring me on television to try to flush this, he walked into the room and said, "What the fuck is this? Like, you got cameras and shit and all." He really was caught off guard. And so he said, "Oh, bruh, you know how I get when cameras get, and you want to have this level of conversation with me with all of these cameras? I don't see you like that anyway. Or I'm gonna turn this shit into a whole shit show. You over there trying to be serious, and I couldn't even take him serious with him trying to be all, he was all like as if he was having a hard time expressing himself. I couldn't even take him seriously because you didn't respect your friend enough to say, this is a private moment, this is a private situation, let me handle this with the tenderness and gentleness that it deserves. You didn't even give him that. So what did you do? You turned it into a whole spectacle. Well, you want a show? I'm gonna give you the show. I'm gonna order food. I'm gonna have food, room service delivered. I'm gonna go out here on the balcony and I'm gonna fart and shit. What do you want from me? I'm gonna tell you the real. Now he told him the real up front. Hey, bro, I see you like family. You're my bro. I don't see you like this. This is not what we got. And after he told you that, he gave you his real response. I didn't know what to tell you. That's not the nature of our relationship. And the reason I've been avoiding you is because I didn't want our relationship to change, and that would change our relationship. And I don't see you like that. And then turned you into a shit show. Turned the whole thing into a shit show. Here's the other part. Here's the dangerous part that nobody's addressing. Here's the real, real dangerous part. The dangerous part is HBO is going to continue to give Gerard Carmichael a platform to display all of this foolishness. Because in their minds, he's a good representation of the black gay community. He's one of the blacks that we like. And if he can turn it into a shit show and make them look like, yeah, this spectacle that we want no parts of, then let him. He'll get us we'll award him with Emmys and other awards and let him believe, hey, Miss Ray, and let him believe that we applaud this and celebrate this all the time. We're looking at it for the fucking shit show it is. Do you realize right now there is no good black gay representation on our television screens? Not a single shred of good and proper representation of the black gay community in all of entertainment. None. Certainly none on televisions. Right now, I can't tell the difference in what the representation of black gay men was between 2004 and 1994, and I was alive for both. I know what it was like in 1994 when I was trying to figure out my own brain and my whole own head and trying to figure out what was going on with myself and looking for some type of representation, and there was none. And in the year of our Lord 2024, some 30 years later, there's still none. Because if you're 36 years old making these 18-year-old mistakes, talking about, oh, I'm inviting people to my house from Grinder and stuff like that. This is shit that people 18-year-old do. I'm over here falling in love with my best friend and shit like that. Bro, you're 36 years old. You about to be 40 in a little bit. This ain't the shit that you be parceling out at that age. This is the shit that you might make these, you might have these thoughts and notions from about 18 to about 22. These college years type shit. Bitch, you're 36. What? So no, you have nobody. You could no representation. And I say that because everybody who they card out there hasn't lived. And let me say this: there's not one black gay experience. There isn't. I'll be honest. There isn't just one, but we can. Those of us who are in the community, we can tell none of these people who they bring out on entertainment or television have lived the true experience within the community. They haven't lived with us. They ain't been. They haven't. Nope. They ain't been in the community. They haven't been with us. They haven't been a part of us. They haven't been, excuse me, they haven't been on the scene. They haven't been taught and schooled. They haven't, these are not, these, y'all like the ones, let me tell you the ones who they like, because I'm going to need to take a drink before I do this. If you notice, the only people who they bring on the television screens to represent entertainment and to represent the black gay community are the ones that can help them fulfill their fantasies of having a big black cock shoved in their ass. All of the people who they bring in front of us in entertainment on the television that are supposed to be the representation of black gay people are only the ones who can fulfill their thwarted, jaded fantasies of BBC in the bedroom. And there it is. Because you notice they love the ones who come out here and all you see them date. Oh, I'm dating a white man. Oh, I got a white man. And then they feel like, oh no, I'm not one of those. I have a Latin ex or Hispanic boyfriend. So that doesn't make me like the people who only date white men. I'm just being honest. And that's why they bring them out there. And then what ends up happening is you have these same people that every time you ask them why they only date white men, oh, because black men hurt me. Oh, because when I was growing up, my older brothers and my uncles and cousins and the boys at school used to make me feel bad. But here's the deal: you never lived in the black gay community. So you never gave black men a chance to affirm you. You never gave them an opportunity to love on you. You never gave them the opportunity to applaud you and celebrate you and tell you um how to go about life, understanding who you are, accepting you who you are, and living in the realness and fullness of what it means to be not only black, but be black and gay. You never lived through that. And so only thing you can attach yourself to is, oh, I only know black men to be horrible. Because, and that's how you know they're not from the community. Because in our community, yeah, we're gonna fight each other. We're gonna at the club at the let out, we're gonna fight each other. But what we're also gonna do in addition to fighting in the club, in the let out of the club, we love on each other. We affirm each other. That's why you have houses. And I'm not just talking about houses within the ballroom scene, because people only attach houses to the ballroom scene. There were houses and there were families outside of ballroom where you just had the elders and the older people in the community that would say, come here, let me talk to you for a second. Yeah, I need to school you because I'm not gonna let you go out there and you too wild. Come over here. Let me sit you down, let me slow you down, let me teach you the way. You had people that were there to affirm you. You had people that were there to love on you and teach you how to love yourself first. That way you could love another black man. But you bring all of these people on television that have never experienced that. Some of them didn't even want to experience it. And so they come on our television screens and red carpets flaunting their white men on their arms as if they, as if they won the lottery, and then get on interviews and tell us how horrible black men have been to them. And that's why you can't have a black man. Further proliferating the hatred, not only for yourself, but for every other black man, whether or not they're gay or straight. These are the conversations that people don't want to have. And then you give platforms to this weird ass shit, making it seem like, oh, this is the reality. This is the norm. This is what they're going through. This is what they're experiencing. Just shit the fuck off my goddamn TV screen and give me some real representation. I want you. Here's everybody in the chat. Put the names of anybody black and gay that you see as that they have on our television screens right now. Just want you to put the names in there because I want you to see what I'm talking about. Just put it in the chat for me. Put the names of all of the ones that they have out there on television right now. Put the names in the chat. Put it in the chat because we just need to see this and show you how. I mean, it's vacant. And I'm not saying that everybody has the same story, but I can tell you point blank, it's a very real difference. Those people who have lived this thing and been in our community. You need that experience of being in the community. You need that experience of understanding why we have some of the thoughts that we have, why we have some of the crutches that we have, and the mentality that we have. Look at all of these people that they parade in front of us. They've not lived this experience authentically like the community, but then they're put out there as if they're the representation of the community. I'm telling y'all what's going on. You see what's going on here. And what happens is you then have a generation of them that are going to come on, and now young people are going to look to them and think that is that's that it may shape how some young person looks at themselves, because they have these skewed, they have so little representation, so they're reaching and clamoring for anybody or anything that can they can grasp to, that looks like them, or that they can identify with and identify by, not knowing that's just not good representation. Carlos King notwithstanding, he's, even though we see him with a doing his little interviews, he's technically behind the camera. He's not talent. He is producer behind the camera. So, hey, Lady Bell, but that's I just hate that there's no representation. And I love those gay parents that I had when I was coming up and I was a young wild ass motherfucker that was doing everything that I shouldn't do. And I love my 5 gay children, 5 of them. I love them all, and each one of them I met individually, and I had to snatch them up, say, "Bring your ass over here, because you need to be taught the right way. You need to you because you finna be a statistic. I'm not finna even let you do this to you. Come here, come here." Each one of them, I said, "Come in." I snatched their ass up and said, come here, come here. Let me teach you the way. Let me help you out. Let me save your life right now." And it's just so it's so heartbreaking. I think even those some young people within the community, there's this notion of rejecting how that used to be a thing within the community, whereas when we didn't have as much visibility, when you didn't have as much representation, when there wasn't as much openness and tolerance in the world, and we didn't have laws protecting us, we relied on the community. You didn't have anywhere else to go. And so those elders protected you and taught you the way and taught you how to go about living life without perhaps dying. And so with the onset of much more laws and tolerance and things like that, there's this in a lot of the younger community, there's rejection of that type of tutelage and that type of um education by the older segment. They don't want any of that. They say, "I know what I need. Social media teaches me everything. Internet teaches me everything I need to know, and I don't need to know nothing else. And I can go out there and I'm good." And that's just not the case. And I think it's more scary now because we see laws being rolled back. We see our country going back to the where it was 30 years ago and prior, where they're rescinding laws, they're changing laws, they're making it illegal to do certain things. And I ain't just talking about the trans community, I'm talking about even within the gay community. And we've been chronicling that over here for some time now. This stuff is happening. I I want to say that I'm not going to watch it, but I am going to watch it because, like I said, somebody has to watch this stuff and be able to be a sounding board for saying, "Nope, that's not it. Nope, that shit ain't the way to go. Nope, I can't." Because left to itself, if there's nobody saying this ain't it, or this ain't the right thing, or bro, you got this wrong, you got this motherfucker. That's like, you ain't grow up, you ain't come in the community right. You First of all, sir, you're a man of wealth and means, and you inviting grinder hookups to your house, bruh. First of all, I ain't gonna even go down that road. Let's just say, let me just say this. I do think, not to psychoanalyze that young man, but I do think he is getting to the point where he realizes and understand that they're just using him to fulfill their BBC fantasies. And he's okay with it. I think at this point he's totally okay with it. But I think he sees how fleeting that is in terms of having a substantial relationship, which is why he looked to what was the closest thing to a relationship, which was his best friend, and wanted that and longed after that, not knowing that's just your best friend. That's not your boyfriend. Like, he has all of these grinder hookups to fulfill his sexual needs, but no one to fulfill that need that goes along with a relationship, that other part of it. The other part that I think that he's negating is he did go to, everybody's talking about, but he went to Tyler, who's black, because for all of these people who are here with these people of other races that they are married to and attached to, I can't knock you for doing that. But there is a certain thing about having someone who truly understands what you're going through and what it's like to experience what you're experiencing as that particular race, as a black man. You know that person. Some things you don't even have to say because you know they understand full well. Yep, this is what this is. that that other person will never understand. And that makes the relationship so much easier and so so much more comfortable. It's really, if you really break down the layers of the fuck shit and buffoonery that's going on with this show, this is a lot. And I definitely wanted to start with the conversation about the lack of representation. When are we going to get true representation of us as a community? And it's sad. It's so sad and so disheartening to know that you've yet to see yourself depicted. That every time you see something close to, okay, is this going to be somebody that, and then you go, oh, here we go with the bullshit. Here we go with the fuck shit. And the and white people in entertainment know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly who they're picking. They know exactly what they're doing. It's going to be a while before you see somebody that they celebrate and that they promote and that they market who has a black man on his arm. I'm not saying one won't come. Notice I said who they celebrate, who they promote, and who they market, who the money is behind. It's going to be some time. I'm telling you, it's going to be some time. They don't want to. They don't want any parts of that. I told y'all from the beginning. This is all about them fulfilling their little fantasies of the BBC. I'm just saying. This is what it is. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me text. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. 1 second. I just want to get y'all opinions on I just want to get y'all opinions on this because I hope I see y'all been typing in the chat. I see y'all, but I just needed I needed some runway to get my thoughts and opinions out. But what is Gerard going through? That's my question. What are the issues that he has? Because whatever issue he has, I guarantee you that no partner, no matter what, the crux of it is the black family. He has a authentically black mother and father rooted in the black church, and that's another part of that the community helps you with. There's a whole process of understanding and processing the hurt, the trauma that you have experienced as a child in a black family, and the fact that everything about you you've been told from the beginning is the worst and most vile thing ever, and you having to come to terms with that, you having to understand and know how to um, dissect and break down how that affects you mentally, and then you still having to be able to go and love on your family and parents even though they're never going to come around to it. Not why he ain't moisturize his knees. I'm not doing this with you, Fran J. Hey, Catherine Powell. Okay. Really be say she not going live so I can take my time. Okay, good. So but yeah. Um there's that part of it. And that's why I say you need you it's something about being in the company of other black people within the black gay community that helps deal with that trauma that you deal with coming out of a black family where you're not affirmed and you're told that you're the worst thing this side of heaven. There is there's that whole and that whole part. There's so many stages in his development into an adult black gay man that he missed. So there's this arrested development that you see out of him, and he doesn't do well with um unpacking his feelings or really attacking his feelings, which is why he does this thing where, oh, well, let me put it on television because I'm much more comfortable in front of the camera and I can do cosplay on camera or I can act on camera. And even though I'm trying to be real in my mind, I can kind of disguise or trick my mind into thinking that I'm acting when I'm really being real. So I'd rather do it all on camera because that's the only way I can come to terms with it. And then you force all of these other people to do this stuff on camera when they may not be comfortable doing that either. Hell, they say the boyfriend is the man that's going around with the mask. If you watch the episode, there's this guy, there's a white guy. He has a whole full mask on and some dark black shades, and you can't see who he is. And then they do this. They have the little machine that changes his voice or whatnot going on with him, so you can't see who he is and you can't tell by his voice either. That's following him around there, and I've been told that that's supposedly his boyfriend, some white man or whatever. But it's a mess. It's a mess. A whole mess. Child. If y'all thought the topics were going to get any better, let me listen. Gerard, listen. We done broke this thing down. I'm gonna try to get the boys to come up here at some point and break this down further with some of my people, and we'll break this down with a panel of black gay men so we can discuss these things and go through it and unpack it and really tackle some things and do all of that stuff. But before I bring up this next topic, I just want to read y'all. I want to read it to you first before I show the picture. Okay, here's the headline. Here's the goddamn headline, y'all. I'm gonna read this fucking headline and then I'm gonna show you the picture. Here's the headline. Nick Cannon slammed for suggesting that his light-skinned mixed race mother shaped his dating choices. Says she's, quote, cut from the same cloth as ex-wife Mariah Carey, end quote. That's the headline. Now he says that his light-skinned mixed race mother shaped his dating choices, right? Then he tried to throw my queen Mariah Carey in it, right? Let me show y'all what his mama look like. I'm waiting for y'all to show me the light skinned mixed race mama. I'll wait. I'll be sitting over here pouring me another cup of this good. I got some more cran mango. I'll be pouring me some more of this cran mango while I wait for y'all to show me the light skinned mixed race mother that is cut from the same cloth as my queen Mariah Carey. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting right here. Light skinned mixed race. I'm just waiting for y'all to show me that. Spicy original. I blame you for this. Spicy original. I blame you. Not that you say his mama's jewelry is like, you know what? No, Xavier. I want you to no, Xavier. There's a difference. He said light skinned mixed race. When you think light skinned mixed race, even if you tell me you consider her to be light skinned, that ain't giving you light skinned mixed race, allegedly in the same cloth as his ex-wife Mariah Carey. Ain't none of that going on here. Talking about that's what shaped his dating patterns. Bitch, what? I I need y'all to help me. The sad part is Spicy Original. Instead of going and sitting on somebody else's couch, he got his own little podcast talk show now where he got a couch and he's over here trying to help people. I don't. I'm just so confused. Yeah, I'm just saying. Listen, Jesus God, I don't know what y'all want from me. I don't know what y'all want from me. Now, I'm gonna add to this that he was having this whole conversation with, of all people, Dr. Umar Johnson. And you know, Dr. Umar Johnson is a whole fucking problem. Oh, a whole problem. This is what we're dealing with in the year of our Lord 2024. So when he was discussing the fact that all except one of his baby mamas is white, Latina, or biracial, that was what he said. Oh, because my mom is biracial, a light-skinned biracial woman who looks, of the same cloth as my ex-wife Mariah Carey. And so that kind of shaped why I like those type of women. Your mama ain't giving me no parts of, and I'm not saying that your mama need to look like Mariah Carey, but Mariah Carey is a black woman who is biracial, and you can tell she's, biracial. She's a very fair skinned woman. She normally keeps her hair pretty straight. She don't keep the curly hair like she used to keep early in her career. But sir, there's nothing here that explains that. Nothing about your mama tells me that, sir. Nothing. Nothing. I'm just saying. I don't. Jesus God. Now he do have one baby mama, and he got that one daughter from that one baby mama. That's dark skin. I just think that was. I'm gonna tell you what I think that was. I think that was a drunken night at the club. He dipped his spoon in the sugar bowl and forgot. Damn, I'm always shooting for the fences. I'm always hitting home runs. She ended up pregnant, and here we are. Because I feel like left to his own volition and left to himself, it's no way he would have it's no way he would have got with her. Right, he kept bringing up the one, sir. I mean, uh, listen. I just spent about an hour going through the house skanks of Potomac, breaking that fuck shit down, and then doing a complete unraveling and breaking down of the Gerard Carmichael reality show episode 1. I don't have it in me, Nick. As fine as you are, Nick. Now I ain't gonna even lie. Nick Cannon is a fine young man. I certainly probably would let him dip his spoon over here in the sugar bowl. If he blinked the wrong way, yeah, I probably would. And not think twice about it. And y'all would judge me. Y'all would judge me and call me everything but a child of God. And I would let y'all and be happy about it. However, so I don't have time to break down what you got going on. I don't have the time, bandwidth, or energy to break this down. So can I get my people to flood the chat with the ABCs? Why? Because a bitch can't. A bitch just can't. I don't have the bandwidth. I don't have the energy. I don't have the anything to deal with whatever the fuck you got going on, Nick. I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. Hashtag ABC. A bitch can't. A bitch just can't. We done did some real unpacking today, some real heavy lifting today. Maybe on another day, Nick, I would have had the energy. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It ain't enough time in the goddamn free world today to deal with you and your fuck shit. Sir, go with God. Go with God. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, now that I look at this woman, it's time for your Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So love the world. I want to fight. Daddy gave. His only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus! That's y'all girl right there. All of you wand wielding, butter beer drinking Harry Potter fans, this is y'all's girl, not mine. I give this bitch to y'all. To y'all. I give her all to y'all, not me. I ain't never read a Harry Potter book. Ain't trying to read none. Ain't never watched a fucking Harry Potter movie. Ain't trying to watch none. I did go to Universal Studios. I did ride the little ride or whatever. I've been to the little part of that because I had to go because we took our students there. So I had to go as a chaperone and all of that stuff. However, I don't like no parts of this bitch. I never saw it for Harry Potter, never synced it for him, didn't want no parts of it. I don't know, I have never read the book or saw a movie. But y'all continue to pour billions upon billions of dollars into the pockets of this fucking racist ass, homophobic ass woman right here. Y'all keep doing that, not me. So let's get to today's antics from y'all's girl. So there are new hate crime laws in Scotland where this woman resides, and she is on record daring the police to arrest her for misgendering trans people, even though there's a hate crime law that makes that against the law. And she says she dares the police. Child, let me read this for y'all. Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling dared Scottish police to arrest her for misgendering transgender people under a new hate crime law. Scotland's Hate Crime and Public Order Act 2021 went into effect today, now criminalizing stirred up hatred related to age. Now criminalizing stirring up hatred related to age, disability, religion, sexual orientation, transgender identity, or being intersex. The new law touts a maximum penalty of up to 7 years in jail, while critics, including Rowling, claim the hate crime law threatens free speech. The Scottish government insists it will provide protections without oppressing self-expression. On Monday, the author took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to express her outrage at the law in an 11-part post and dared Scottish police to arrest her over a series of posts she made. Quote, freedom of speech and belief are at an end in Scotland if the accurate description of biological sex is deemed criminal. I'm currently out of the country, but if what I've written here qualifies as an offense under the terms of the new act, I look forward to being arrested when I return to the birthplace of the Scottish Enlightenment. End of quote. She then tagged, quote, hashtag arrest me, hashtag April Fools, and hashtag hate crime act Scotland. Now, she said she hashtag April Fools because not saying April Fools for them to arrest her, saying that the law must be an April Fool's joke. Ma'am, you're a hateful ass bigot. You're a hateful ass bigot. You are a hateful ass white woman who sits in your mantle of white privilege and breastplate of white supremacy, where you sit down on your little house on the hill, all pious, self-righteous, looking down at all of the others, raining down your tyranny. I want no parts of this woman. I do not like her. I do not affirm her. I do not like anything about her. And I hate the fact that the woman, I believe at this point, she's damn near a billionaire and continue to be able to gallivant all of her racism, discrimination, and bigotry all over the world. But hey, you got other billionaires like Elon Musk that are bigots and racists, just like you have your former president. So why should she be any different? A mess. Just a goddamn mess. In our last sugar spike story of the day, because I don't have this type of time to go to fuck with God. In our last sugar spike story, if you, like me, will be frequenting the great state of, well, I'm not going to Arizona, I'm actually going to Nevada. But if you go into Arizona and you plan to go to some script clubs in Arizona, you might want to be worried because now there are some strip clubs in Arizona that are alleged to have stolen in excess of $1 million from patrons there, in addition to credit cards, credit card information, and other things, such as drugging some of the patrons of these strip clubs. Let me read this to you. 3 strip clubs in Arizona have been sued over allegations that patrons were drugged and their credit cards were charged with exorbitant purchases. The suit was filed in January, but first reported a few back in March. The report names 3 locations in the greater Phoenix area that are considered sister locations: Dream Palace in Tempe and Skin Cabaret and Bones. Dream Palace in Tempe, Skin Cabaret, and Bones Cabaret in Scottsdale, as well, are all locations within the same 2-mile stretch of highway on Loop 202. Dennis Willencheck, a lawyer representing one of the defendants in the case, released a statement to the network to news outlets calling the allegations baseless and stating the charges were investigated by the credit card companies and approved. According to the lawsuit, 20 individuals have alleged that while they were patronizing these strip clubs, they were drugged and knocked out in VIP rooms. When they awoke in a daze, they said that unauthorized new charges had been made on their credit cards. The charges for each plaintiff were reported to be in the tens of thousands of dollars each. Tens of thousands of dollars each, with the total amount in excess of $1 million. News outlets reported that beyond those involved in the suit, records indicate that others have alleged similar experiences. None of the individuals involved in this lawsuit took a drug test in the aftermath of their experiences, but all said that they were drugged per the lawsuit. One of the plaintiffs said, quote, I remember walking through what I thought was a cloud of perfume or makeup or something like dusty from one of those kinds of cracks of light that was coming through. And that's when I ended up in the VIP room and started to get these symptoms, not alcohol related, something else that made me acquiesce and go along with what they seemed to be pushing. End of quote. He went on to say, quote, I felt like I kind of didn't have control of the situation. And that was really the first instance that I knew. End of quote. Listen, sir. Sir. Oh, I'm sorry. He alleges that his car was charged $72,000. Another one of the plaintiffs said his card was charged $181,000. Listen, I don't know what to tell y'all. This is script club. This is what they do down to the script club. Now, here's the deal. I promise you, when I go to the script club, they must be know who to go after. You could charge all my cards. You're never going to get $72,000 off of any one of my cards. I don't have any cards that have, well, I do have one card, but I don't even carry that card with me. There's only one card that I have that could probably get you that those types of dollars, 72,000 or 181. There's only one card, and it's a business card. I'm not so I don't even carry that card with me. So, but any of my personal cards, sir, you can swipe all you want to. $72,000 ain't coming off of that. All of my own credit cards. Do I have a single credit card that gives me my highest credit card? Yeah, but my highest credit card, I told them to set. They told me I could get up to X amount, and I said, nope, make this the limit. Don't let me go over that. When I get to this amount, shut that bitch down, and that's it. That's it. You're not getting $72,000 from me at any point at all. You damn sure ain't getting $181,000 from me at all. Never, not a day. No. Matter of fact, when I go to script club, just shit like that, get this good. I got Cash App, but I got the Cash App card. So a lot of times when I go out of town or I go places where I don't know what they're gonna do with it, baby, get this good Cash App card because all you're gonna get is what's on there. That's it. You only get what's on there. You ain't getting nothing else. You ain't gonna get tap my bank account or nothing like that. We're not playing them games. They must have watched that Jennifer Lopez movie. I don't know what they watched, but baby, the man said, "Oh, they must have drugged me and gave me something that made me acquiesce to whatever it was they were pushing." I don't know what the fuck they did, sir, but they did something. Sir, they got $72,000 out of you. They got $181,000 out of somebody else, and they got a total of over $1 million from y'all. Baby, I hope the cooch was good. Y'all paying that kind of money and you don't even get the fuck. Listen, let me tell you something. You got websites right now where you can pay a couple $100 and they'll let you do everything they want. They'll let you blow their back out. They'll let you pee on them. They'll let you, do anything you want. Damn sure if you paying that kind of money, $72,000, baby, they'll sell you one of their kids for that amount of money. Do you hear me? They'll sell you one of their kids for that amount of money. You paying all that kind of money and you probably at one of them script clubs where you can't even touch them? Oh no, ma'am. Oh no, ma'am. Oh no, God. Nope. No means no, and yes means no. I don't know what to tell y'all. Listen, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. As we say around these parts, you know what we tell you to do? Go with God. Listen, that's all I got for y'all today. That's the dossier for today. That is all we got for today. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself today. Might have been that devil's breath, child. I don't know what it was, honey. I hope that y'all enjoyed yourself today. I enjoyed having these discussions and breaking some things down for y'all and really, unpacking some things. We really enjoy those types of discussions over here and really unpacking things. That's what we do over here. That's the bread. That's how the bread gets buttered over here, unpacking hard conversations and tough subjects. If you enjoyed yourself, feel free to donate to the platform. Scrolling at the bottom, feel free to donate to the platform, donate to the channel, help us, spruce up the place around here. Y'all know we spruced up the place end of last year. We got the microphone, new um webcam, new microphone. So help us do some more spring cleaning and sprucing up. Consider donating to the platform. We have a good time here. We do this on the regular. We'll be back tomorrow to do some more. I haven't watched Martha's Vineyard Summer House yet. I heard it was an interesting episode last. Um yeah, I'll be watching that when I get off here. Looking forward to seeing what happened this week, because that goddamn Bria on Martha's Vineyard really upsets my spirit. Um but that's all we got for today. Yeah. Shout out to all of the members. Can I get the members to flood the chat with members only emojis? Shout out to the members. We're going to the members only chat. We'll try to post some of the Twitter posts from that young man that we talked about. That Jason. Hey E Starkey, what's going on, boo? Jason, I'm gonna warn you now. If we start to flood Twitter with some of that young man's posts, just don't. Just just don't click on the link, Jason. Don't click on the link. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But we finna go over to the members only chat. Really B says she's not going live today. I think the whether or not you like it panel is around 8ish, maybe. I'm not sure. I believe they're on Scotty's platform. I'm not sure. But yeah, they'll be there. I will not be there this week. But not that I know of. Sometimes they tell me at the last minute, so I don't know. Um anyway, but that's all I got for y'all. As I always say, I love you. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged. They're much appreciated. Thank y'all so much. It's on Scotty's page tonight. All right, so they'll be over on Scotty's page tonight for the whether you like it or not panel. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, as we say, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out of here. Bye, y'all.